everybody, Coach Ben back with you here at CrossFit ASAP. This week we're talking about the pistol squat, that one-legged squat, all right? Now, this can be a little difficult, all right, but hang in there. We're gonna show you a lot of ways to modify. So the game plan for today is I'm gonna show you the full movement, all right? What are those points of performance that we're looking for? And what are some things that we can do to help get us that full pistol squat? All right, now don't worry if you don't quite have it, because I'm gonna break down 3 different ways that we can modify that squat. We're gonna use some boxes of varying heights. We're gonna use the rig, all right? So hang in there, and throughout this video, you'll see some way that you'll be able to do a pistol squat, okay? So that pistol squat, when you think of a pistol squat, also think of an air squat, your good old-fashioned air squat, all right? A lot of things are very similar, okay? So now even though with a pistol squat, I'm keeping one foot on the ground, just like in your normal squat, I want that foot flat on the ground. We don't want to come up on our toes, too far back in our heels, all right? So we want that flat on the ground. My free leg, okay, is going to come out in front. For those of you that struggle with flexibility, especially in our hamstrings, this may prove to be a little challenging, but I think you can work on it and get there, all right? Now, just like with a normal squat, we send our hips back and down. When I squat, I don't go straight down, right? My hips come back and down a little. So same idea. All right, so my foot is planted, my hips come back and down, foot is flat on the ground, and stand all the way up. Same thing when I want to switch feet. Right foot is planted on the ground, left foot's out, hips come back and down, and I stand all the way up. All right, that's what we're looking for in that squat. Some things to consider is when our hips come back and down, it's okay to lean a little farther forward than you might in a normal squat. We want to keep that torso upright still, but I use that to help kind of counterbalance. You see my arms are out in front. Okay, that helps counterbalance that weight so I can stand up all the way. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at some ways that we can modify that movement if we aren't quite there. All right, guys, let's look at this first way that we can modify a pistol. This is for those of you that pretty much have the strength to do a pistol, but one thing you're lacking right now is flexibility, okay? So what I do is I set up a box, just your normal box, all right, a little taller, and I'm gonna step up with one foot on that box, okay? So if I'm gonna do this pistol squat with my right leg, that right leg is up on the box. I'm gonna stand all the way up, okay? I'm still gonna do the basic things of my pistol. My foot is planted on the box, hips come back and down, and I squat down. Now, if you can get this low and your other foot's not touching the ground, great, okay? But if you can't stand up, you can always just put your foot right on the ground, all right? Now, we can from here, stand all the way up. The height of the box makes it so I don't have to bring my free foot and have it so far out in front. So for those of you who aren't as flexible, this is a great option. Now, for those of you that are pretty close on the strength, but maybe not quite there, but you definitely have the flexibility, let's go with a lower box. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go with my left foot this time. I'm gonna put it about an inch or so away from the box, and I'm gonna try and sit down to that box, all right? That box height should be just below that point where you can control yourself sitting down. And then we just stand up. So my free foot is out in front of me. My foot is planted on the ground. I'm gonna sit back and down, come down to that box. My free foot is not gonna touch the ground. I'm gonna stand up, okay? A great way to help modify your pistol squats. And let's look at one more before we go. All right, you guys, our final modification for the pistol squat today is we're gonna use the rig, okay? Great way to help you get that pistol. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a pistol squat with my left leg. I'm gonna put that a few inches, maybe about 6 inches in front of the rig, right in front of that post, okay? My free leg's gonna come out, and I'm gonna use this rig to help walk myself down, okay? Now, don't hold on to it for dear life, okay? You should have some strength here, so just walk your hands down. When you get to the bottom here, make sure your foot's flat on the ground, and if you don't have quite enough strength to stand, you can help pull yourself up with the rig. Now, try to rely on the rig as little as possible. So if you just squat down and pull yourself up with your arms, that's more of an arm workout. That's not using the muscles in our legs that we need to develop to get this pistol squat. All right, so again, we'll use the opposite foot this time. Foot in front of the rig. Our free leg's gonna be out in front. Hips back and down, okay? Here in the bottom of this squat, we can really tell if our foot is flat, if this free leg is out in front. We can see if we have the flexibility here. Trying to keep our torso up, and then we're gonna stand up as much as we can with this leg, and use the rig if we need to. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.